Heyo guys, Kitrollup here. Welcome back to the park. So this place is a spooky park that is basically Silent Hilling this woman into bringing back memories of, I don't know yet, I haven't figured it out yet. So we're here at the bumper cars for some reason. There we go. This one has lights. This one's important. I need to know this one. During the transport of the bumper cars into the arena, one of the straps attached to the load of the truck came untied, causing a cascade of bumper cars onto Francis, who was standing directing the driver. Francis was crushed by the weight of the cars. Francis was killed. Dexter, the truck driver, claims to have seen someone on the back of the load undoing the straps. Nobody else reported seeing that. The sheriff has requested that Dexter provide them with urine samples. Double checking the straps after transit. Huh. Go check it out.
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word, just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just get some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, yes, Sheriff.
Okay, yeah, she's clearly going through some issues. Postpartum depression. Not sure yet. I guess we'll find out. Continually delayed by the incompetence of the builders. The problem is that they are locals, and so they believe a lot of the rumors about what Old Man Henderson used to do here. They grew up on those tales. Every time a bolt comes loose or a wrench goes missing, those fools are crossing themselves against the black magic. Of course, that is why I chose this site over all other potentials. Solomon Island is a nexus for dark energies, and the thought of all their power just dissipating beneath the earth here, it makes my skin crawl. I called in a few favors back in Brooklyn and got someone at the local academy to see if they had any interesting books about the local history. Turns out they do, and it turns out that Old Man Henderson has come pretty strong connections to the Brooklyn crowd. Perhaps something he wrote will help me find a piece of the plans that I'm missing. So you purposely picked a spot that was a nexus of dark energies for your family fun park. Way to go, Mr. White. Mr. Winters. Sounds like he just wants trouble. So let's go ride the Ferris wheel then, shall we? There's a car missing.
So they are going to close this place down. Doesn't surprise me.
Inspector's comments. After touring the park, riding the rides, and viewing the startling number of incidents suffered here at the park, it is the inspector's opinion that the Atlantic Island Park should be shut down until Nathaniel Winter complies with all safety regulations. While I understand that there is a sensitive political relationship between Mr. Winter and the senator, I nevertheless suggest that such political considerations be set aside in condemning Atlantic Island Park. The rides, at first glance, appear well constructed and maintained, but the sheer number of incidents of the park during the last few years and during construction lead me to believe that there is something wrong at the base level of construction, and we should close the park and fully investigate these flaws. To wit, here is a partial list of the fatalities in the park since opening only 2 years ago. A family of 3 killed when a roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. A child seriously injured on the escalator. Over a dozen children reported missing in the House of Horrors since its construction. 1 report of a drowning in the Tunnel of Tales. The sheer volume of incidents means that it is my strongest recommendation that the Atlantic Island Park be closed immediately. So let's just stop it and get on it. I wonder what happens if I increase the speed. I'll do that after I'm done. Just see what happens. Come on, Chad. Take me on a journey. Well, no wonder people can kill themselves. There are no doors. I love how it says that it looks well maintained when this is severely corroded. That inspector has a poor eye for quality.
People come into your life for a reason.
We'll see on you.
Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
Wow. 6-month relationship. That guy again. Well, that ride wasn't so scary as it was just depressing. Crank it, yo. Let's break this thing. Let's break it! More speed. I'm just straight up braking. I don't think it can go like next stop is the roller coaster. But that Ferris wheel going so fast that I just can't hear anything. Ah, here's the missing one. That's my fault. My bad.
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him.
Now, I've made some fairly poor decisions in parenting. But that was just pretty, that was pretty dark. That is not the right attitude to have. I don't care who you are. No.
Callum? Callum!
I don't have any idea where he is anymore. I was hearing him at one point.
I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
Well, let's do it now! Yeah! When it's closed and broken and horrifying. This one should be lots of fun.
What do you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
The poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
The witch has him now. Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
I don't even know what to say to that. It works! The calculations and adjustments works. The transport and storage mechanism seems flawless. What a wonderful day. If only these people knew what they were fueling. And so what if a few people leave the park at the end of the day? Feeling dour? So what if the children are more scared than excited on the roller coaster? This could be the doorway to immortality. And such doorways open only to those who have the will to find the key. Yep. This guy's crazy. He built this park to fuel his machine of madness. Oh, finally I get a flashlight.
The witch awaits.
Can I use it? Can I flashlight? Can I aim? Nope. Alright. Well, give
Alan
me a
has
flashlight.
bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can't save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why.
That was a very different response than last time. Yeah, I want to say she is losing it. This is probably the right word to use. I think the marks are from you, lady.
The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
Yesterday evening, visitors to Atlantic Island Park were shocked and horrified by the discovery of a dismembered corpse behind the cotton candy stand. According to local authorities, the corpse has yet to be identified. However, they have confirmed that the remains appear to be those of a child. The corpse was discovered by a group of teenagers from Innsmouth Academy who noticed a pair of ravens tugging at something just out of sight behind the shack. Nathaniel Winter, the owner of Atlantic Island Park, has released the following statement. It is true that a tragedy when someone like this occurs, especially in a place that was designed to bring forth happiness and joy. The staff of Atlantic Island Park offer their condolences to the family and friends of the victim and will cooperate fully with the authorities to help bring this case to rest. The Solomon Chronicle will provide daily updates on this story moving forward.
I'm not playing anymore, Callum!
Mommy, I'm scared.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
That got me good. Hi, Chad. Good to see you there. Whew. That was electricity through my peels.
These
Peels
are
here.
mine.
think those pills were not very good for me. Plow through the teddy bears! Oh, I can't. I just broke them up and they still stopped me.
Don't touch me.
Should I read this newspaper? Future Times. Belly button is the signature of your personal creator. I believe her name was Mama. Every 17th child is a magnet for sinfulness, made omniscient by broken fires in the coastal strain. We don't believe that the earth belongs to battered goats and shamrock afterbirth. Only the truly naked wrens of righteous indignation are severed by war-crossed cleavages in trust. This is just craziness. Beaumont will come to the island bearing the tall man, and he will shatter the seals that bind the orthodoxy of corruption. Only then will priests shoot sluts, reveal housewives pontificate, and delayed messiahs make shells for the rescues of Tango and Cash. Sweet the temptress who grips the shaft, twists the shaft, absconding with the third age. Tire into fourth age darkness while gods lie writhing on the shattered face of the earth. Gala hath sweetness and grace, but her days are numbered, and heavy-fisted hives break before frozen wills and celographic actresses and pencil and paper pornography. The all-seeing eye will provide decades-long updates on this story going forward. That was just absolute nonsense. A little bit more than creepy, if you ask me. Oh, hello. Why can't I use my flashlight?
Don't leave me here, Callum.
Follow the breadcrumbs.
No.
You're doing it wrong. I want some of those pills. That looked like a lot of exciting...
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears, while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Alright. Let's go in the haunted house. Now my flashlight works. Okay. Atlantic Island Park has closed its gates. A jeering throng of townfolk gathered as we hung the heavy iron padlock on the gates. Small-minded fools, scared of what they don't understand. My machines lie silent and dejected, but I am not beaten. I have sent my wife and son back to Boston, and I have retreated here to the House of Horrors. I must think. like it in here, but I do, but I don't. This place is crazy. There's those dead eyes again. It's less funny now that I know he's a madman. Nazis? I guess that is technically a horror, but that's just interesting. Huh. Hey, grumpy demon dude. Nazis and demons. Looks like you got a cold there. Oh, that was interesting. All right. That was kind of cool. Hey there, lycanthrope. But that looked like it had a lot of information on it. I wanted to read that. And the crease doesn't... Oh, yeah! Chad. He's coming after me. The Nazi imagery I find very interesting. It's like almost out of nowhere. I wonder if it's supposed to mean anything. There's that guy. What's up, that guy? That guy means. Oh. Scared by my own reflection. Oh, you turning to follow me, huh? Do it again. Do it again. No. Interesting. Alright. Which way to go? Which way indeed? The werewolf's not that scary, guys. Come on, you could do better than that. Boo. Incidents, and I cannot dismiss them as random chance. The park works, but something is interfering with the intended function. It's as though the very air in this place is corrupting the power, even as I collect it. A few casualties here and there are acceptable, but when employees go on stabbing rampages, it draws attention. I'd rather not have the boys in blue, either kind, investigating this place too closely. It's a shame about Steve. I rather liked him. Either kind of blue, huh? I know he's talking about cops. What else is he talking about? The Navy? The Air Force? Zombie bro. You're gonna have to try harder than that, game. I am not afraid. That helps.
One little duck went out one day.
noises on that door. Flashlight shut off? I don't like that. I want my flashlight back.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum, did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Oh, interesting. The Donner Party, and they made that gingerbread men. That's remember, drop off Callum. I think it's transported me back to my own home. As we agreed in our meeting today, we consider you fully recovered from your illness. This letter is official notifications you are considered sound of mind and body, may return to work at any time. Please note you should discontinue any medications you've been using. Okay. Probably missed something. Lorraine, I received your letter and I'm quite surprised. You ran off with your father all those years ago, then disappeared off the edge of the map. And then when I finally tracked you down, refused to answer any of my letters. And now you write to me asking for help. I have another family now and another life. Your father was a horrible man and I regret the years that I wasted with him. I loved you, I truly did, but every year you grew more and more like him. You were his girl, never really mine. Still, I would have fought your custody if you hadn't run away with him. It broke my heart, but I needed to go on living. I can't let you back into my life without picking up open old wounds. I'm sorry, Lorraine, but I just can't do it. Maybe one day it'll be easier and I can meet Callum, but not yet. I'm ready to forgive you. Please don't contact me again. Karen. Huh. That's interesting. Lorraine seems to be suffering depression that began early in her pregnancy. Her discussions have made it obvious that these episodes stem from grief of losing her partner, Dawn, who died about 6 months ago. There's several unresolved issues with her father. After being kept under careful observation, we provided standard treatment for this disorder. Electroconvulsion therapy. The patient responded and made rapid recovery. I'm still not sure what to make of this right now. Inquiry into the estate of Donald Williams has been completed. We regret to inform you that the primary beneficiaries of his estate, including life insurance settlement, were listed as Rose Williams and Richard Williams of New York State, the deceased parents. Unfortunately, they were not receptive to our overturns, and they specified that without any legal proof of biological relationship, they consider you ineligible to receive any of the monies from Donald's estate. They have asked that we no longer contact them regarding the matter. I understand that this may have a negative impact on your current financial situation, so I hope that I'm not being too forward when I enclose this bill for our services with the letter. Wow, this lady got totally screwed over. That sucks. I can can see why she's having issues. Alright, well, I'm going to have to call it here because I am out of time. So we will continue this in the next video. So until then, see you guys!